Maryland Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. Every year, 40,000 children in the U.S. are born with a congenital heart disease. Joining me is Dr. Jeffrey Rosenthal. You are the professor of pediatrics at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, also the director of the Children's Heart Program at the University of Maryland Medical Center. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me, Kim.
Sure. Well, let's talk about the heart defects in children. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. Roughly 1% of kids who are born in the United States are born with some form of congenital heart malformation, which means that while the heart was developing in utero, usually in the first trimester of pregnancy, some developmental abnormality happened. And so for those children, there's either a hole in one of the walls in the heart or a valve that's too tight or is leaking, some problem like that.
Mm-hmm. Now tell me, you are in charge of the heart program. Tell me about the program.
Well, the Children's Heart Program is something that is under development, and we've come quite far over the last few years. The program was designed to offer the comprehensive spectrum of services for kids with congenital heart disease and for adults who have congenital heart disease. And congenital just means that the person was born with that heart defect.
And this can be detected in utero, is that correct?
That's right. In fact, we've made great progress over the last several years in our ability to diagnose accurately different forms of heart disease in fetuses. So now roughly 3/4 of all children who are born with heart defects had their heart defect diagnosed while they were in utero.
What are their chances of survival? How long?
You know, it depends on what form of heart disease the child has. But increasingly, even the most severe forms of congenital heart disease, we're able to help children live much longer than they could. Right now, we think about 85% of people who are born today with a heart defect will live into their adult years, and that's dramatically better than it was even 10 or 15 years ago.
Sure, I can imagine. Now, you are a runner.
I am a runner.
Let's talk about the running festival and the program that you're involved with.
Thanks for that opportunity, Kim. We have a Children's Heart Program running team.
Oh, there you are right there. And you ran this morning, too.
Yes, maybe not one of my nicer pictures, but we started this running team 4 years ago to try and raise awareness about congenital heart disease in Maryland, and to try and raise some funds to support children with heart disease and families of children with heart disease. Last year we had around 250 participants that ranged in age from 3 years to 68 years of age. And the participants have been involved in each of the different events at the Baltimore Running Festival, from the kids' run, which is like a 100-yard dash, all the way up through the marathon.
I could maybe do that one.
That
That's
seems
the
like
extent
the most,
of my running, but you know, you can walk too, right?
That's the most fun. Yeah, in fact, a lot of people do. They'll come out for the 5K, which is about 3 miles, and they'll walk for the cause. And then there are other ways to be involved too. We have the people who are on the team. We have many parents of kids with heart disease. We have some people who were born with heart disease, many of the care providers, and it's just a festive and nice occasion for everyone to get together around a healthy activity, and really just draw attention to the fact that so many people are impacted by congenital heart disease.
Absolutely. Well, I sure appreciate you being with us today. Now, if somebody wants to get
pleasure.
involved with the run,
Yeah.
how can they do that?
Well, I think we have on the bottom of the screen is an email address for Nicole, and Nicole is the person who signs up everyone to participate on the running team. She's happy to help. She's great. She's a runner. She ran the marathon in addition to helping out with all the organization last year. And so please contact Nicole, or you can always contact me as well.
Okay, terrific. Well, Dr. Rosenthal, thank you so much for being with us today, and good luck on that run.
Kim, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. And thank you for joining us today on Maryland Spotlight.